Welcome, everybody. It is Monday night, which means it is time for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Look at that. There wasn't even a pause to say the troubleshooters this time. Anyways, hi, everyone. I have had a hell of a week, and I hope that you have had one as well. Yesterday was a double consideration moment, if you will. First, I'd like to say Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, of which I am one. And also wanted to take a moment and remember Juneteenth. This is I could be wrong, but I want to say this is the actual first recognition of the day itself. Yes, the dire father. So today is a government holiday, and just take a moment, if you're not educated, to educate yourself on the meaning behind it and what it stood for. Let's see. Let's talk about announcements. If you weren't here with us last week, don't forget we now have a merchandising store. We have a merch store. You can buy cool things with all sorts of logos on them with our logo, and we are working on more for Pride Month. We are actually offering all of our Pride themed t-shirts and accoutrements at a discounted price. After the end of the month, they will still be available, but the price will be a little bit higher. It is the cool Dire Bear logo with the gradient rainbow dye in its mouth. So grab a t-shirt, grab some stickers. They look really cool. We got Otter's sister actually purchased a shirt and some magnets, I believe, and she posted up how good it turned out. Otter is working his little paws off on creating stuff. Some of it he and I agree on. Some of it is nothing but cursed images, and I hate you for it. She got one of everything. Okay, good to know. So go check out the merch store. Click on the link there and pick up some Dire Bear some Dire Bear merch. Let's see, what else do we have going on? I think that's really about it. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. If you want to go ahead and tag our Discord thing there for me, Autor. And then let's see what else we have. You can join our Discord, and we're actually looking for input on ideas as far as like what you'd like to see. We are working on it. I'll go ahead and say this now. We're working on hats, but we didn't want just our logo on there. We wanted it to be something cool. So I have cracked the whip, chained Otter in a basement, and made him work his little fingers to the bones on ideas. And then every time he came up with one, I shot it down, spat in his face, and then slapped him once and made him work harder on it. Except none of that really happened. I just went, oh, that's cool. And then I had this really cool idea. I was like, hey, I want it to look like this. And he's like, okay, but like, are you sure? And then I made him work on that one. Yeah, somebody send him some vitamin D. Anyways, so he is working hard. In all seriousness, I really appreciate all the hard work that he has put into it. He has had like a flood of ideas and has jumped on board immediately and started working his little grubby little paws to the bone. And I really appreciate all the hard work that he's put in. Give me 1 second here. All right. So as we are approaching the end of the month, don't forget that currently all of our Pride merchandise is at a discounted price, so make sure you grab those while you can. All right, enough hawking our wares. I will say that we are working on something else currently. Once we kind of get to a place, I think, where we're both happy, I think that we're going to revamp the Patreon once and for all and actually make it something that reflects more of what we are and what we do. So that will be coming in the future months. I have been hard at work moving into a new house. I finally got to spend my first night here in the new house, and so we are excited about it. I have not done unpacking anything or everything, but at least I got beds made for all the kids, so when they come back, they'll have their own place to sleep. All right, enough about all that. Here's what we got going on. When last we met the party, they met with a little goblin by the name of Jingle Jangle. And she gave them a key to unlock the good Sir Tullivar from his cage where he was trapped. They heard a story about some brigands that were rude to her. They pushed her in the mud and stole her truffles. The party vowed to get vengeance for their newfound friend Jingle Jangle, and in doing so, set off at once to thump the brigands. Good and what for? On the way, they found a traveling inn that moved on stumpy legs. They spent the night there. After Sir Hickory Turnip decided to pay by making a meal, they were paid back with pies and rooms, and all was well. The next day, they found the lair of the brigands, where they fought Agden Longscarf himself, the brigand prince of Prismeer. After a short tussle, he was caught and held at bay, his scarf that flowed behind him a detriment to his own well-being. Caught as he was, he surrendered, gave up, and pleaded and begged for his life. His other brigands turned their backs on him, labeling him a coward. He promised to take them to Downfall, and with their new guide leading the way, scarf clutched firmly in the hands of Nereus. That's where we're going to begin tonight's episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Sticks as you clutch the blue scarf of this tricksy little brigand. He occasionally tugs on it, trying his best, but ultimately it's a pitiful effort. And he trudges his way across the platforms where you are located. With that being said, Agden is he can move no more than 15 feet away from you. Are you guys pushing him forward or first? And then what's my lineup?
I will be in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be kind of heading beside. Sorry, who was saying they were in the front?
Sticks. Me, Sticks.
So besides Sticks, Sir Turnip will ride.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Same.
I'll walk with Fanny. I don't know if Fanny was being carried this whole time, but if she likes, I can carry her as well. Because I know the water sometimes is bad.
Yeah, the water does rise and fall here and there. I'll say that for this, you are carrying her. She's riding up on your shoulder. You guys traverse through the muck and the mire, making your way through the swamp, through the rising water and the fall of it. As you get to a point, though, you watch as Agden kind of sits back and his leg thumps for a second on the ground. It seems like there's not much happening, but shortly you see a waterway in front of you as you continue on. And instead of it being empty, you can see that there are two brigands, or two herringon, and they are currently poling or rowing a skiff down this channel. a rather large piece of equipment. As you approach, Agden says, these here, they're new crew members. We're taking them over to meet Bavlorna. Let me put my music on. There we go. And they just nod at you, and they step off of the skiff, allowing you all to clamber on. It's a tight fit, but you can all get on there. The Herringons hand you the sticks and allow you to row or move yourselves down the waterway. All right. As you do, is anybody seeing the map at all?
I am not.
I
Okay.
see a black
Not-
screen.
Perfect. That's, well, not perfect, but that's good to know.
Fortunately, I don't see it.
I can't
Nope.
see it either.
That's because I wanted to make sure that the dynamic lighting was on.
Give me
All
an
right.
invitation.
You're not supposed to see anything.
You are not yet.
Oh, I see now. Sorry, it was giving me
Yeah.
some weird notification for that something was unsupported. That's why I was like, uh-oh.
It yelled at me from my browser and then showed me a black box.
That's the fun side of getting this all to work. Is remembering who has dark vision, making sure that I save those settings.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have all of you in place now, and I just need a reminder. I know my halflings don't, and my Goliath does not, if I'm not mistaken.
For now.
Fanny, do you have dark vision? I know my tiefling does. And Noodle, I can't remember if we gave you dark vision or not.
I have dark vision.
I couldn't remember either, so I had to go look it up. I do definitely have dark vision.
All right, 60 feet.
60
I have
feet.
dark vision, and I have progressive type of glasses to help out with things a little bit closer.
All right.
I have dark vision and am nearsighted.
Dark vision, and I'm nearsighted. Excellent, good to know. The shadow and the fog banks around here, causing your vision to be limited. However, let's go ahead and give everybody at least some sort of vision here.
I believe I have oh, maybe I don't. I was like, I'm pretty sure I might have dancing lights, but I don't think I do. No. No. Never mind.
All right. That's okay. And that should be everybody now. I love working out the kinks of this stuff. Boop, boop. Okay. Everybody should be able to see now.
Yep.
I can see.
Some of you a bit further than others.
A beautiful circle.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent. Okay. All right. This is the channel of water that you're on. The shore on either side rises up a bit further than that. Give me 1 second. The thick fog, it hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you, so that the world appears to have shrunk to only about 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you've entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving into 2 rowboats. Manning the oars of each rowboat are 2 bullywugs. while we're in here, I just need to do this real quick. Just need to adjust this real quick because of obscured vision. Adjusting on the fly, yeah. All right. Party boon and a party bane. Let's go ahead and do this. Party bane. Everybody roll one of your hit die and restore that plus your constitution's worth of hit points.
Wait, that's the Bane?
Nice.
That's the boon.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the boon.
You said the Bane. I was like, I'll
Sorry,
take
the
it.
boon. The boon is that everybody gets one hit die plus their con mod of HP back. Because I know some of you took some hits. So
Okay. So if we're fully
if you're fully healed, what I'd like for you to do is you can reserve that and use it at another point in time once. So it's a free 1d whatever your hit die is plus. Your party bane. Your next interaction, charisma and based interaction. So that's persuasion, intimidation. Those charisma based interactions have disadvantage for everyone in the party. So before we go off talking to everybody, think about who you want to be your representative. As you can
Sure.
currently see, your field of vision is narrowed down to this 20 feet as the fog is thick on all sides of you. As you move along the river, though, I'm going to move all of you guys.
I have a quick question.
You have and I have an answer.
Do I still have my 2 extra key points from last
Yes.
week that were not used?
Yes,
Oh,
you do still
okay.
have those.
Okay.
So, thank you very much for the merch purchase. Make sure you get your merch. All right, so as you are looking at this map, these 2 bullywugs, these 2 boats, each one of these rowboats has a bullywug in it. As they look up at you, one of them just kind of stops for a second. And he waves at you, raising his fingers up. He croaks out something in a language that I'm pretty sure none of you understand, except for Wilburn, who actually croaks back at them.
Wait. You're gonna need to translate to me. All right. Okay. And I'll relay it to the group. Now, don't twist any words.
They just basically said hello.
Tell them hello back. We're just passing through.
Hey, Fanny, what exactly are those things?
One of
Large.
them. Go ahead.
This is like large frog folk.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They're
all I
just-
can muster.
There's
Yep.
water folk for everything now, isn't there?
And as you are having a little conversation, one of the bullywugs looks at you and it kind of croaks to the others and then looks back and says, "Well, now, y'all don't be from around here now, do you? Welcome. You done made yourself to the Soggy Court. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Key court. Man,
The Soggy Court. That's where you at. Who
Wow.
who done be the current king there? And he looks to one of the others to answer the question. Where aren't you working? Give me 1 second here. My Roll20 stopped working properly.
Oh gosh, are we lost?
Why, that depends. What you're looking for right now.
Oh geez, we're
The-
looking for downfall.
Oh, well, share y'all in the right place. It's right here. We just prefer to call it the Soggy Court. It has a little bit of a better name. You don't understand, don't you? Our current leader there, he is Gullup the 19th. Now, he won the throne. He boiled his predecessor, Mala the 18th in oil. Or sorry, Mullub the 16th in oil. My name is Argloth, Duke of the Tree Rocks. It is a pleasure to make y'all's acquaintance. How y'all doing there?
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Doing dandy.
Yes.
Well, what finds y'all down here in the downfall? Y'all looking for something?
You're looking for an acquaintance? Clapper? Claw?
That old pumpkin-headed fool. Yeah, we know what he is. Come on, I'll show you the way.
Oh,
And he said his name was Ogluth.
the,
Ogluth.
the tree stuffer. My memory. Say that's it.
They row their skiffs over and exit, you following. And you guys can control your characters, so you should be able to. But I will guide you to where they are going. You exit your skiff here on this wharf. Where did you go?
Oh no, I'm lost. I
have to
turned
go
away for a
find you now.
second.
Willow Red, no.
What did you do?
Lost,
Anything.
lost to the void.
Fell out the boat.
I fell out the boat. I don't
Yes.
know how to swim.
Boosh.
It's okay. The
Glub,
water's only
glub,
knee-deep.
glub. You fall out and you're just like laying in there like Little John from Men in Tights. He's just splashing
No.
around.
I turned away
All
for
right.
a second. I don't know what happened.
If
Let
you
me
can't
fix
swim,
this
I
because,
can't come find you.
I almost spit out my drink.
Can you stay in the boat?
Oh.
All right. They lead you to some
Okay.
wharfs where you see that there's it looks like kind of like laddered walkways that lead further off into the area. And you don't see a whole lot of bullywugs. Ogloth is with you and he says, now, this is a small community. There ain't many of us, you know, this. But I believe if you're looking for that pumpkin-headed fellow, he is just up that way, and he points like off in this direction, like further on land.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Right on, friends, let's go. This is
Excellent.
fun.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, it's exciting.
I'm gonna try and find something random from my bag to hand Mr. Arglith for showing us the way.
All right. You can go ahead and roll on your dice.
Yeah, you said pumpkin headed. Do you think it's anything like Bully was?
Maybe. 27.
Okay. All right. 27. Roll me a d4 as well, please.
2.
Would you? Oh, 2? Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect. You rummage around and you find a tiny wooden stool. It looks like it's sized for a pixie or a sprite, and you offer it up to him. Well, I ain't got much use for it, but I do appreciate your. And he takes it, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, oh, that thing don't give me a splinter. You can have it back. I appreciate your kindness, though."
Oh,
You
okay.
got- You take it back from him?
If he doesn't want it,
Well, I mean, I appreciate you following the rules of reciprocity and hospitality and all that, but it's okay. I don't need no trinket from you. Appreciate it though. Actually, hold on a minute. You know what? I think I will take it up from you, friend. I appreciate it. And he takes it back from me again. He goes, "Ta!" This little thing is tricksy. It done gave me another splinter. Would you believe that? Look, I got 2 of them. And he holds up 2 big bulbous fingers. You know, you see they've got little wooden pieces in them.
can I try and remove the splinters?
I was to say,
I feel bad.
if I could help, I would like to try as well.
Give me a medicine check.
I feel so bad. Medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
Are you trained in medicine there, Willerin?
I have the half
No,
half bonus.
doesn't count. Does not count.
Well, that's a 13.
Okay, you're able to remove the splinters from his fingers, and he appreciates it a lot. He says, "Oh man, this is gonna be a lot of fun." What you say, Rufus? And he calls over to one of the other bullywugs who comes walking over, loping with his long legs and arms, like dragging the ground almost. He says, "What y'all need there, Ogloff?" He said, "Look what I got for you." And he hands him the little stool. "Oh, but I ain't got nothing to pay you back with." "That's okay, my friend. I got this for you. Especially," and he winks at you with one great big eye. What y'all winking about there?" And he takes it and you hear Rufus go, "Oh, me." And he's now sucking on his finger and he throws the stool down. "That's no fun." "Ain't no fun, no counting at all. You done got a splinter in my finger. That thing is big as a board. Look at that." And he holds his finger up. You can see a little sliver of wood in his hand. Eventually, you watch as Aglath is just laughing his butt off.
What the heck is that? It's like like a splinter conjuration tool.
I turned away, just silently shaking with laughter.
They are just having a good time. He
I
picks it up and
I don't know
puts it in his
where I
pocket.
picked that up, but I found it somewhere.
Does anyone have sandpaper?
Noodle, how did you get that and not get a single splinter like these 2? When you picked it up and handed it, you didn't get one.
Could be the fur.
Hmm. All right.
Trade secret.
All right. Are you moving on from this as they're sitting there handing it back and forth and calling a few other bullywugs over to join in the joke now?
Well, reciprocity has been taken care of.
It's like a sharper hot potato.
A more painful version of the game. As you can see, there's a little set of stairs here, and they lead down to what looks like planks of wood that have been laid out so that you can easily move across them without getting into the swamp itself or into the mire or morass. As you make your way around, you can see the edge of a building over here. As you get closer, you can see that there's a bullywug, 2 of them actually, and a bunch of giant frogs. Looking over, you can see that there's a looming above the ramshackle wooden pier here. There's a balloon. It's anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around a wooden post driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in its patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of a ladder and is using a long silver needle and a spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings. A second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap at passing insects. The 2 of them see you are walking by, and for a minute they stop. And you hear the one at the bottom, "Will I be?" And the other one says, "Hey, don't get distracted, fool. Hold that ladder before I fall down. I hurt myself. What's wrong with you? You got cotton in your head?" And you watch as he looks up. There was strange people here. Hello. And he waves at you all.
Hello.
I will also wave.
Oh man. There's a lot of these guys. Well, but you can make lots of friends.
Wilbur nuzzles down in your hair as you pass by the giant frogs.
It's okay, buddy. Hey, I still prefer you. Hey, size doesn't matter.
You can see the pathway winds along them as they're working diligently to patch this giant balloon. It doesn't look dissimilar from the one that Sir Talavar was trapped in. All right. Following.
I just tackled somebody. Sorry, we were in. Wasn't watching where I was walking.
Probably walked right through my legs. It's fine.
All right. As you guys get to the edge, you can see that the pathway ends in a set of stepping stones. They're not far enough apart that it really looks like a concern. It's a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart. They breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway.
Question, is our rabbit friend still here or is he gone?
You're still holding on to him, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who's leading the way? So you're letting Agden lead the way? He bounds over some of the stones, and then you're leading the way after him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and start moving across the stones. There's not really any. I mean, like I said, getting across the steps, it's easy enough.
How deep is the water?
It's really hard to tell. It's murky. It could be 10 feet deep. It could be 5. You don't know. It's just too deep, or it's too murky. As you are crossing over the stone, stop right 1 stone back, if you would please. There you go. Perfect. As you step on this stone, it shifts underneath your feet, and it moves back and forth. And as you kind of rises up, you can see that it is not a stone, but a rocky creature that looks up at you. It rolls its eyes upwards and says, "Hey, that was rude. Why are you on my head?"
I'm just trying to cross. Sorry.
You look sorry. Apologize for stepping on my head. And just so you know, this is what rises out of the water.
Oh.
It's in your handout.
Ooh,
Oh no, Caleb.
Oh my.
Gale of Dur.
My deepest apologies. Why are you on the path?
Oh,
What does it matter? Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Remember, your charisma check is made with disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
Charisma. Or persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Roll it again.
Mm-hmm. Take the lower of the two. Mm. It looks at you again, kind of like you're standing on the apex of it, and it's kind of has its eyes like rolled up, looking up at you, and it just kind of says, I don't feel like you meant it. Try again. This time, you apologize with some feeling. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw you into the water as far as I can.
hello?
What?
Wait, hey, hello? Hey, I'm still on the shore.
Oh, and
Hi.
one more thing. Oh, I want you to sing.
No.
Can I use a help action?
You can?
They're within 10 feet of me, I think.
You can.
Yeah, I can do that at a range of 10 feet.
You say no?
But
You come traipsing across and step on people's heads?
Apologies are
yes.
very important, Sticks. You can do
Apology.
it.
oh, what am I supposed to sing? The apology?
Yeah. Just sing it and make it sound like you mean it with feeling. I'm sending you a message directly, okay?
Okay.
Ah, geez. It's a rocky start.
No!
Hmm?
Okay.
Okay. I'm quickly trying to think of a really good apology.
Someone drop a
Um,
backbeat.
Say this, I can provide the tunes in a beat.
As Fanny starts beatboxing.
DJ Fanny.
I do also have instruments as well. I can help. But also, while I'm thinking about it, I would have offered to pick up Fanny to help bring her across the rocks because I would
Okay.
rather not see her
I
slip.
love the idea of all of you breaking out with like a small quartet, all playing instruments while you sing an apology song.
I do have a couple instruments.
Have prestigious.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm apoplectic.
the song will go like, I'm sorry. Your head just looks so stony. I didn't mean to step on your head.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me the persuasion check again. You do have advantage because you're getting helped by Otter.
Okay.
Well done. I'm very proud of you. Take inspiration.
Yeah, boots and cats and boots
Both
and
of them were
cats.
so bad.
You have inspiration.
What does inspiration do?
You can
Allows
do
you to
another
reroll
roll.
a die again.
Okay. I have a -1 in inspiration or in persuasion.
Hey, double digits.
Could I offer, even though it's kind of late now, a bardic inspiration while also playing one of my
Well-
instruments alongside him?
It's not too late because I haven't said the result. So
Perfect.
if you
So
throw it out there.
yes, I will give I will like quickly rummage in one of my bags and pull out one of my instruments to play along with him, and it's an extra D6.
Roll a
Mm.
d6 and add that to it.
Oh, excuse me. Ooh.
Oh,
For a total of a 13.
I
Mhm.
was twig.
As you finish apologizing and your song ends, the musical instruments coming to a crescendo before petering out, it looks at you again, and you can tell it's kind of bobbing its head a little bit, and it starts to hum the tune that you were singing. As it sinks back into the water, before it does, it says, "That's a real nice song. I appreciate you. You may continue." And it sinks down into the water. As it's humming, it just kind of hits that water as a. And you are allowed to continue on your way. Yay.
Am I stepping on his head again, or?
I mean, now that you know where it's at, all of you can step across and avoid stepping on him.
Okay.
You make your way to a spot over here.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, shoot.
I'm just pinging it over there for those of you who need it. Jay and Sir Hickory Turnip. Right up here. You're close. There we go. All right.
Yay!
Congratulations. This wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex. Its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burned wood. A clothesline attached to one corner of the building's exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments.
Mm. The door is open.
Is there a door? Yeah, give a knock.
The door is not open. It's currently closed.
I like to knock. Knock, 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 knock.
And it looks like there's a
knock.
passage around it as well, though. But as you knock, there is a... as you knock, the door is thrown open, and you see a bullywug who has thrown open the door for you, allowing you to enter into the room. As you step in, the room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burned and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever those shelves contained at one time. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bullywug in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill out over the sides in his haste.
What exactly is going on here?
There's a fire through the whole place. They destroyed almost all the supplies. Oh,
Who did?
One of them suckers, Wigglewog. Ooh. The other one was that Morgort. He used to be a Knight's Award. She was captured before she could make her escape and is being held prisoner, but they done did that damage here. Help me quick, put out the fire.
All right. I guess Turnip will run around, trying to like put things out with like a blanket or something like that, just kind of like smuggling things.
I may use prestidigitation to snuff out any big, puffs of smoke or some small campfire-sized flames.
Okay. As you go to try to do those things, like throw the blanket on top of the coal pops little legs and scurries away out of the way of the blanket.
Hey,
It, what the? Like it like flickers for a second. You think it might be laughing at you. As you try to like use your like magic to like snuff out the flame, nothing happens and it scurries away from you. And you watch as the bullywug throws a bucket of water. As it hits one of the cinders, it sizzles for a second. It looks like it's about to go out, and then it flares up just a little bit, sputtering.
Hey, sister. Oh, and let me clean my glasses. What in the world?
Nope, you ain't seeing things. They running around like crazy.
Oh.
You gotta stop them. They're gonna burn everything. And about that time, you watch as one of them starts making its way. Like it's like watching a little, like some little blind creature as it kind of like it teeters back on one leg before it like throws its weight forward, scurries across the floor, and starts its way towards like one of the last remaining curtains in the room. No! It's gonna burn the whole place down. Stop it!
Okay,
can
let's
see that
play a
there's,
little game.
Uh-huh.
Let's play a little game called Simon Says. Simon says to stop and hop on one foot.
Are you telling the animated Cole this?
Yes.
Jay's hopping on one foot.
Jay is doing a good job of following commands. It doesn't look like the little pieces of tinder or the animated coals are doing anything.
Well, I tried. Usually it works on little tiny
Can I
creatures.
go and like just try to lift the curtains up off the ground out of reach?
You absolutely can. And as you do so, give me 1 second here.
Target sticks. And target voodoo.
Does a 23 hit you?
Oh no.
Yeah.
As you lift the curtains out of the way, yeah, soot gremlins were what I was thinking of. As you lift it out of the way, it bounces over and hits you right where some exposed skin is. And it burns.
I don't know if it would work, but would a distraction, maybe some music?
You take 1 point of ouchie fire damage.
Mm. Ow.
Is Willowrit gonna try and Fantasia the little
Yeah.
soot gremlins?
I have a couple instruments. I would like to try. I'll even sit on the ground.
The bullywug is holding his bucket, which is like one little drop of water that falls out of it as he blinks his big eyes at you. And even the animated Cole that he threw the water on is just kind of looking at you for a second.
Yeah.
Like he goes, I don't believe that they are fans of music. I don't believe a patron of the arts. I don't think they are. You can certainly try. I'm gonna go get another bucket of water. And he runs out the door and grabs another bucket of water and goes running back inside.
Even if it's something where I can like at least gather them all together, maybe one or two or even a couple. I'm not sure.
Seemed like it was attracted towards stuff that wasn't burnt yet. Could we make a little trap with a bunch of stuff it would like to burn?
Can we just put them out?
If we can.
He
Well,
comes back.
I'm gonna try to
water.
snag one with my pauldron, and he's gonna like pull
Okay.
off one of his pots, and he's gonna basically just try to like lunge at one and like catch it underneath the pot.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll to hit with pot.
Improvised weapon. So we'll say D20, and you're trying to do something more dexterous than strength based, right? Like trying to be more agile. So
Yep.
I will allow you to roll a D20 and add your dex mod.
Iron.
Natural 20.
You take off your pot and you do the thing where Percival gets up a little gallop. You jump one side, hit your feet, jump the other side, and as you do, you hold on to him. You got one leg into his side, and you scoop the animated coal up, and it's now inside the pot. You swing yourself back up and clamber back up on top of Percival. As you come to a full circle, you go back outside and you just throw the little animated coal into the water as far as out as he'll fling, and he sinks down into the water.
Well, that seemed to work.
Go Hickory.
There are a few more buckets as well.
I'll give it a go. I'll try grabbing a bucket.
Okay, you grab a bucket. You run outside rather quickly and grab some water and run back inside. Let's take this little dude and move him off the map. You come back in and you throw the bucket of water onto one of them. Let's say this one here. Go ahead and make a ranged attack. Since it's an improvised weapon, you don't have your proficiency bonus.
So it's
so it'll be
D20 plus Dex?
correct.
Okay.
Asks the monk.
Yeah. It's a 12 plus 3 for 50.
Almost as though it sensed you coming back with the water, like it could hear the sloshing of the bucket. As you throw the water, it skitters out of the way, doing a cartwheel, and then coming back up, and the water lands on some of the fire, putting it out, but the animated little thing is still running around.
I'm gonna try and use my bucket and hold it in between me and the fire. Little soot goblin in case it comes at me.
All right. So you're holding your bucket up in place?
Yep.
All right. What are you doing, Willerin?
I'll try picking up a bucket and seeing.
The
You
door
are
is
able
open,
to-
right?
Yeah, wide open.
Can I try to punt this thing out the door?
All right, Willerin, you run down to get some water and come back.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You can try to punt that one out the door. Roll to attack.
Why am I
I
not
pray
remembering?
you're proficient with your feet. So we're going to say it's D20 plus your strength mod plus your proficiency bonus.
So just roll a d20?
Yeah, D20 and then add your proficiency and strength bonus.
That's not gonna do anything. D20 plus my strength is +4.
And you have a +2 for your dex mod, which is 6 total. +2 is 8. You go to kick it, and it is a dodgy little thing as it kind of spins off of your foot, moving out of the way again. You think it's taunting you at this point in time.
You little bugger.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely taunting you now. All right, Willerin, you come back with your bucket of water, and you can see it barely avoid the kick from your friend and your ally. What are you doing with your bucket of water?
I'll try just tossing it on top of it.
Hit. Again, D20 plus your it's dex since it's a ranged attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that. No proficiency bonus. You are not proficient in bucket.
16.
16. You just barely miss him.
Okay.
He seems to skitter out of the way at the last second. All right. Fanny, what are you doing?
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. And give up entirely.
Yep.
I quit.
Let's see. I'm thinking of I want to use prestidigitation again, and I want to make the floor and kind of change the positionings of it once in a while, depending on where the little critter runs. But I want to make it chilly.
Okay.
Cubic foot of the floor chilly. Just
Okay.
to kind of make it want to warm it up or run away, depending on its reaction. To kind of lure it into where my friends are.
Okay. Interesting. I like it. Give me a roll your d20 and add your spell casting modifier. Not your spell attack bonus, just your modifier.
No, just do it this way. Can't think what 20's gonna do right. Oop. Okay. That is 17.
Okay.
14 plus
Uh,
3. Yes.
You are able to guide one of them, and you can see as it starts to scurry from way back here, it starts to move towards your allies. And you see another one come out here and another one come up this way. You see a total of 5 of them all together. All right. Let's see. Noodle. Let's see. No, Jay, what are you doing in this moment?
Jay is looking around for something to pick up the fire gremlins with. Is there any sort of like kitchen area where I could investigate for like oven mitts?
Give me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. That's a 7.
Man, the smoke in here is so thick and things are there's just not anything you can see.
Ah, geez. Oh, the smoke. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you're coughing and Sir
Jay's-
Hickory Turnip.
Well, Sir Hickory Turnip is going to like probably pull off his other pauldron and toss it to Jay, and then I'm going to go and try to jump on another one of them and clamor it with a pot.
All right. Jay, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying there, buddy?
Oh, nothing. My bad.
That's okay. All right. Roll attack with Pauldron, because that seems to be what kind of a night we're having.
Whatever works.
Make your Pauldron attack. Yep.
Not too bad. 13.
Nope, not enough. It skitters away from you. It's wise to your tactics now, sir. All right. Noodle. What are you doing, buddy?
I am going to try and like trap it under the bucket. Like run up and
Okay.
put the upside down bucket on top of it. Try and immobilize it.
All right. Go for it.
Is this
It's going to be improvised weapons. So it's going to be D20 plus your. I'll let you use your. Yeah, it'll be a strength because it's more like trying to make sure you hammer the bucket down fast enough. So.
Ooh. That's a 18 minus 2 for 16.
You go to slam the bucket down on him, and you hit the ground, and for a split second, you're like, yes, I got him! And then it peeks around the edge of the bucket at you. And you think you hear it laughing, and then it skitters away from you, running off into the distance. I'm just going to tell you guys, they have a ridiculous AC because they're fast and small. All right.
I feel you, little gremlin. I feel you.
Willerin. They are you. They are your kindred spirit. All right, Willerin, what are you doing?
I'll try again to just grab one.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? I have what do I have on me that's flammable? Okay, technically, since we've left the circus, any like the bag that I would be carrying with me actually has
Mhm.
like this small doll that's like tied to it. It's
Mhm.
like just a little oh, I've got the actual wording here. Where is it? It's a it's just
The little doll.
a little doll. It like has a string on it that would I wrote it down somewhere, but it's just like I swear I wrote it down somewhere. I guess I didn't. Telling me putting out that I'm a liar, I guess. That
Sure.
it's
We
like a little
believe you.
cloth doll. It's a little cloth doll that is probably flammable. So I'll see.
Mhm.
I will place it down on the ground, like silently praying to myself that I don't let it get caught on fire, hoping that one or maybe even two of them might take the bait and
Okay.
want to try and go for it.
Okay.
And then I will try and catch them before they get too close.
All right. As you so you're going to try to catch it in what?
In one of the buckets that I was holding on to.
All right, so the bucket you're holding. So you put it down, and you've got the bucket poised. You're gonna snatch the doll away at the last second, and then slam the bucket down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The little animated coal creeps closer. You can see like Calcifer. Is it Calcifer? Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How's
The
the-
last, yeah, the last few seconds where it's this tiny little face of fire, like licks its lips as it gets, or its non-existent lips as it gets closer and closer to the doll. Its grubby little sooty hands reaching out towards it. And when I say hands, they're like sticks. They look like some kid drew stick figure arms and fingers on an animated creature. And as it moves closer, go ahead and roll. Give me a dexterity check, not acrobatics, but dexterity.
Okay, let me just make sure I
I'll
have
still
the right.
let you. Your dexterity. Sleight of hand, if you have that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. 19.
Okay, you easily grab the doll out and now roll to attack, slamming the bucket down to make sure that you catch it. So it'll be
Dex again.
not. Uh, yeah, I'll let you use Dex this time around, because you're
I think
trying
I
to do
used
it quickly.
I think I used Dex last time too. I think that's what you told me to use.
Yeah, on a ranged attack, like when you're throwing
Oh,
the
right.
water.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
but this is actually going to be strength based.
goody. It's 18.
18.
18, yeah.
You
I don't have a
slam it.
modifier.
You slam it down onto the creature, and you feel the bucket bounce, and you hear sizzling as the water inside of it is slowly being evaporated away.
Yeah.
It's a wooden bucket, and you got a thing made of fire. What are you doing?
Oh no. Maybe trying to like scoop up, like tilt the bucket to scoop direction. Like I've captured something and I'm just trying to like lean it to the side to try and scoop it up in a way to
Okay.
try and take it outside.
Okay, so you're gonna scoop it up. which I'll let you do, and
Yeah.
then run away with it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what are you gonna do with it? You gonna keep it in the bucket as a friend? You gonna throw the bucket and all? If it's just it, what are you doing?
Is it like already burning the bucket pretty much?
I mean, yeah, it's sizzling away the water. So
Honestly, yeah, in my panic, I'd probably toss the bucket and the soot into the river.
okay, you throw the bucket into the river. It splashes and bobs for a second before drifting down below the
Oh.
surface of the water with a sizzle and a pop sound. And a little. All right. That's another one handled.
Uh,
All right. Fanny. And then we'll move to Sticks. So Fanny, what are you doing?
Are you muted?
Fanny.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I was still muted. Hey, eating them chips? Okay, I'm gonna use I know chasing them's not gonna be great, so I'm gonna use Mage Hand, actually.
Okay.
There's just too many of them. I just need focus on one. See if I
All
can
right.
catch one of them. Put it in the bucket?
So you're gonna try to grab one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they're
Go
not
ahead
more than
and
10 pounds.
they are not. They are tiny little things.
Yes.
All right, but I do need you to. You're gonna make an attack roll.
Gotcha.
I want you to use your spell attack to try to grab it.
Spell attacks. Okay. Well, this time I can actually click on it. Right? Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Whoop, yep, whoop. Nope,
Yeah,
that's
but it
just reading
doesn't have. It doesn't really have an attack roll. I'm gonna say you're trying to grab this little thing. So roll d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
it. That's 5. Oh, 18.
What was that?
18.
18. It jumps, but you kind of like curve your hand up at the last second and snag it out of the air. So you have it in the grip of the mage hand.
Woo, gotcha. Somebody want to grab this?
All right. You have it in your hands. You can take your mage hand out and like drop it or throw it or something.
Wait till there's a bucket available.
Okay.
Got a pot.
Pot works. Yeah, I like to put that in a pot.
Jay
Okay.
holds out his pot.
All right. You hold out your pot and you bring it over and put mage hand, or do you like put it all? Like do you put the hand and all, or do you just drop the little critter in the pot?
It's a matter of like you know when you slightly open the bottom of the pot or the opening and you just kind of toss it in and close it quickly.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So you toss it in and quickly close the lid on it. So now what?
If I am I able to do more and catch more? Or
I
just
mean, you
set it
can't
off
really
the next
catch
person?
more in this turn.
Yep.
But we'll figure out what Jay's going to do with your critter now that you've got it.
All
All
right.
right. Sticks.
I like to pick up a bucket and go
Yep.
fill it with some water and try to
Run
toss
in
it
and
on
throw
one.
it. Sure, you run out quickly, run back in, and throw it. Go ahead and try to roll. It's a ranged attack, so it's your dexterity plus a d20. There is no proficiency bonus added to it. So d20 plus your dexterity.
Okay. Mm, 15.
Oh, the water splashes down, but just misses. All right. It skitters out of the way. Let's see. Sir Hickory Turnip. What are you doing this time around, sir?
Well, I think I think I want to try to kind of work with Percival if I can to try to like herd like kind of catch one between us where it can't get away. I think we're gonna try doing like I'm gonna try to get Percival to kind of unwittingly give me a help action. I don't know if I can. He's not a very bright animal, but I can try.
All right. What are you gonna try to do?
I'm gonna basically probably take out like a piece of like some of his like treats, and I'm probably gonna like
Right.
toss them in the corner so he goes pounding off after them, and then
Okay.
when the things try to dodge away from him, I'm gonna try to like counter grab them.
Okay. What are you gonna try to grab them with?
I'm still using my pauldron pot.
Okay. Roll a animal handling check for me.
Oh boy.
I believe in you. You've got this. Hey, that was more than
I
the
only have
DC I had
+1
in mind.
handling.
He does exactly what you hope to do. You throw it, and he kind of and he boom, 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 bounds across the wood, creaking underneath each one of his hooves as they strike it. That clack, 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 clack. And you get close enough, you can lean down one leg askew and try to scoop one up. Go ahead and roll and make an attack roll for me, please.
All
And
right.
again, this is going to be using more like your dexterity than your strength.
Do I get the with the help? Do I get like an advantage on that?
Yeah, I'll let that happen. I like the idea.
Damn it.
It was a good idea in theory, but what happens is right as you get to it, you hear Percival come to a jarring stop. Your pot clangs off of the wooden deck of the building, and Percival is now chomping. He got to the treat before you could scoop the dude up, and he's just sitting there now. You hear him. And the little critter bounds around underneath him.
So close. It'll work better if we cooperate.
All right, Jay.
Someone heard, someone grab.
Jay is definitely panicking now that he has the fire gremlin in the pot. Oh, geez, gosh! And he's going to just run out the front door and jump
Okay.
into the swamp.
Are you jumping into the water
Yes, with the pot,
with the pot?
jumping
Okay.
right in.
Okay. As you jump in, it sinks up to about your shoulders before you hit any sort of water, like ground underneath you, and it is silty, soft, like you sink a little bit into it. You're doing that thing where you're like tipping your head up to try to make sure the water doesn't get in your mouth, and the pot is fully submerged, and it's not even popping and sizzling anymore. It's just, and then it's like petered out as you lift the pot full of water and tip it over. It empties out, and you see the boom as the coal hits the now inert lump of coal hits the ground. All right. Noodle.
Oh boy, I am going to run out and grab some water,
Okay.
and then I would like to, I guess, hold an action to team up with
Okay.
whoever's trying to corral one of these next.
All right. So you're waiting for someone to herd one towards you
Yeah, and
so that you can work as a team.
I'm gonna, I guess do I still have a bonus action in there?
Sure.
Let's see here. Who's it gonna be? Sticks. I'm gonna look to Sticks and go, I'm ready.
All right.
And give Sticks the help action for going after the next one.
All right. So, Willerin, what are you doing?
Oh, are you muted?
Since I've kind of tossed the bucket,
Mhm.
I'm not sure how I can help, but if anything, the next time Hickory goes for one, I'll help try and corral. If I can move one
Mm.
towards him.
Okay. So you want to try to corral the next one towards Sir Hickory Turnip?
Yes.
All right, sounds great. So you are going to start corralling on your turn, and go ahead and give me. Give me an intimidation check.
Oh my. Okay. Where did my oh there it is. 18.
All right. It you watches you as you start coming over it, and it starts to move. It is now like moving away towards you. Starts moving away from you towards Sir Hickory Turnip. Fanny, what are you doing?
I'm catching on. I'm catching on to what's going on. Okay. Who seems like they need more help? The ones that are corralling or the catching?
Say that again.
Which side seems like they need more help on the corralling or the catching?
Right now you've got Noodle poised to catch. See, Jay is outside in the water. Sir Hickory Turnip, it hasn't done anything as of yet. You've got somebody corralling, and we haven't gotten to sticks yet. So it's either way.
I did pretty well on the catching portion, so I will try to catch while Willowen is corralling. So whatever,
Okay.
I'll try to catch the one that seems to be struggling with.
Well, yeah. Well, there's only one of the animated coals left. So as you
Awesome.
guys can try to corral it towards Noodle.
Oh, yes.
All right. All right. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Oh, wow, I'm very, very intimidating.
Yes,
Well,
but remember,
actually,
this
that's
is
my
your
disadvantage.
first. Yes, that's correct. This is disadvantage.
Well, 14. That is 14 for intimidation. You little bugger. You better back on
Um,
up.
Yeah, it bounds away from you, now heading towards. It looks like it's heading towards Noodle. All right, Sticks. What are you doing?
Um, fantastic question. Um, I'll go get some more water and then try to aid with this corralling. Like I'll still try to toss it on the thing, but if I can help it get towards Noodle, then I will as well.
All right, Noodle. They are rushing it towards you. You can try to catch it. I will give you advantage. It is now being herded towards you on 3 sides.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Go and roll a. Let's roll an attack roll with your dexterity as you try to carefully grab that one.
I rolled the same for both. That is a 18 total.
An 18?
15 plus 3.
It is just enough as you quickly scoop it up in your bucket. You now have it in your bucket. What are you going to do?
My bucket's already full of water.
Excellent. So it is now sizzling, sputtering, and after a few seconds, you watch as the ember slowly dies away to nothing. And the last of the coal is taken care of. As your friends, you all start to look around, making sure that there are no further coals, but there are no more animated coals. The bullywug looks at all of you and says, "Whew, I don't believe I'd have been able to do that without y'all. I appreciate y'all's help. Thank you so much for all that you did there. Is there anything I can do to help?"
I think we're looking for Clapperclaw.
Well, I know where that little gold head is. I tell you what, though, let me do this for you. And since you helped me, you can take this. And he takes this brass brooch. It's shaped like a fly with wings that flutter. Whenever y'all done meet the new king, Gullup the 19th, you wear this brooch. It may help you win the king's trust, and that will go a long way. All right, then. I got some repairs to get to. You're looking for that little gourd head. He's usually seen outside on the bridge. All right, then.
All right. I'm glad we were
All right.
able to help.
And he points out in this direction.
Well, chat. Someone redeemed a player boon, but did not specify who the boon was for. Just beautiful panic choices was put in the title. So, at your discretion, please let us know who we can give that boon to.
It was Jay.
All right. All right. Now give it to Jay.
Yeah, it was Jay.
All right. So, Jay, you have a player boon, which I will give to you in a few moments. In the meantime, party members, as you are moving your way over here, you can go out like to the front ladder and then around the building itself. So, like around the building outside. There's no door over there. There you go. You just skip yourself out there, but. Okay. Let's talk about this bridge that you see ahead of you. This flat wooden plank bridge spans an arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the center of the bridge, a small figure sits with its feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then, the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt in a cacophony of voices. Some of them indignant, others sympathetic. A few more in a distant row yell, "What? I couldn't hear what they said." The bridge looks safe, and you can see this little creature sitting in the middle of there.
Just a heads up.
Did those heads just talk?
I believe they are. I thought I
They
was using it
certainly
again
did.
for a bit.
Hickory's gonna divine sense the heads.
Okay. By the way, just so you all know, I will show this to the players. This is the critter the creature that you see sitting, talking to the heads.
Oh.
I love them already.
Aw.
His boots
So
are
cute.
too big for his 9 feet.
He's a scarecrow.
Oh my goodness, so.
All right. Second here. Divine sensing the heads. They're technically undead. But they're just heads.
Okay. That's still gonna put him on edge. They'll be kind of like Hickory will kind of tense, and he'll kind of like reach down and actually have his hand on his sword.
Okay.
I'm going to motion to Hickory to just, kind of calm down. Just with the
as
little
you-
wave of the hand.
Who is leading out on the bridge first?
I can.
Okay.
I don't mind walking beside Sticks here. I'm very interested
you-
in everything I'm seeing.
Okay. As you approach, you can hear the little creature talking about how and then he stole my head and he put this gourd on my head and I don't know what they did with my real head, but it's gone.
Who
I fled from Tither. Oh, hello.
who stole your head?
He did. And he points to Agden Longscarf.
Oh, so it all comes around again.
I ran away so that I didn't have to do bad things. But when I fled, and he points one of his claws at Agden Longscarf, he and his brigands, they stole my head. Oh, it was a beautiful, glorious stag skull. I really want my head back. I don't really like this one. This is gourd. And it never sits right, and he kind of motions and like pushes the head with one of his claws, and it like rights itself. And then whenever I move my head, and he kind of like shakes his head back and forth, and you can hear something rattling inside. And it makes that noise. You ever tried to sleep with your head rattling when you're sleeping at night? It's terrible.
Time. It's called old age.
So, where's my head?
You said it was a stag skull?
Yeah, stag skull.
Hey, bunny
Agden.
butt.
Yeah. Yeah, you see about that, and he rubs the back of his neck with his hand and like smooths his ears down for a second. I sort of gave it to Bav Lorna. She has it now. I suspect it's probably wherever she keeps the rest of her treasures. And he kind of shrugs his shoulders.
You are a work of art. Oh, man. Add that to the list, then.
When you say you're a work of art, he goes, well, thank you. I do so try.
I just stare.
I give a little tug on his scarf to yank him.
I feel that was wholly unnecessary, thank you. The heads turn to look at all of you. They're like, when I say turn, they can't turn their necks, but they're like, their eyes look at you. And they're like, ah, they look like more usurpers to the throne. He's a weak ruler anyhow. Something should happen to that King Gullup the 19th. What did you say? You got nice teeth? No, you numbskull, I said that King Gullup the 19th. He's a weak ruler. What'd you say? He's gonna last a week? It's cooler? I don't know. Doesn't feel real cool to me. You cotton-headed ninny muffin. We in a swamp. Of course it ain't gonna be cooler. I said he a weak ruler.
I kind
I
of,
don't know what you're saying.
Goddamn Walker, he is a weak ruler.
I kind of tug on Willerin and look up. It's almost like they're saying words.
That's cause we are saying words.
Yes, they are, Noodle.
Hey, he look like a rabbit what ain't got no ears. And Agden says, I don't think he looks nothing like no rabbit.
I'm having a heck of a time understanding what everyone's saying here.
Yeah, and you guys look like frogs, but with no bodies.
Ain't got nobody. Yeah,
One of them speaks up and she says, I do believe that was wholly uncalled for. I was the best ruler of them all. No, you wouldn't. You wasn't in there nothing more than a couple of days before you had your head and it sticks its tongue out and crosses its eyes. And then they put me in position, and I at least lasted longer than you. I was in there for like 2 whole weeks.
Hold on.
So,
Yeah,
Have all of you been rulers here?
that is correct. All of us.
so if you're
And then
bad
you
at
hear one of the
measuring
very
things,
far
you get
in-
put on a stick.
What bad at measuring things? No, son, ruler, as in the leader.
That's. I'm confused.
To your vocabulary, Noodle. You'll hear it once in a while.
I thought a leader was measurement.
Not liter. Leader. I'll crouch down and I will like softly explain to to Noodle while others are having conversation what they mean by leader and ruler.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them says you could also say the word monarch. That's another good word. See, that's why I was the best monarch and person in power, because see, my vocabulary, I am, how can you say well learned? Well, you didn't learn to duck when you walked through a door. Your head got lopped off too.
Willerin, you're a monarch.
I am trying to see if I can get past the scarecrow.
Yeah, you just walking past. Yeah, he's 3 foot tall. He's very small. And he just kind of, as you pass by, he's, are you going to help me get my head back?
I'm not opposed to it.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I would be in your debt if you could. Maybe I can show you, I could be a guide for you and show you around.
I'll take that deal.
Excellent.
It sticks out a claw like to shake your hand, but then stops, clacks it pitifully, and then kind of pulls it back and like covers both of them, like puts one in front of the other one, and then thinks about it and puts the other one in front of it. But then it's just like just kind of looks at them.
Sorry. They're not very useful, but they get the job done, I guess.
I hold out my hand in like a fist bump motion for him to bump his claw against.
It tilts its gourd head to the right, and you hear that rattling sound as all of the coins in its head slide to one side, and then it takes its claw and just like bumps your fist with its claw. All right.
off him.
All right, moving right along. As you guys are continuing on. Ahead of you, a grand marble gazebo stands atop a mound of soggy earth. Its white stone streaked green with algae. Support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly so that the domed canopy now sits askew. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs, dressed in shabby clothing, lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded under him. He has a large, feather-bound book open across his lap, and is mouthing the words he reads on the page. Without looking up, he says,
Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Gullop the 19th?
He slams the book closed as if to punctuate his question, regarding you for the first time. Sleepy bullywug guards standing around the monarch snap to attention and ready their weapons.
Oh,
Well,
so cometh the company. I am the herald. I am Sir Hickory Turnip, and I introduce to you the queen of the Witchlight Festival. Hickory will just kind of turn back to the monarch of the festival.
Yes, get it right. The monarch. They stand before you. Kind of puffs Willerin forward. They wish for an audience with you. Great King Gullop the 19th.
I'm gonna gesture at Willerin to come back down to my level real quick and affix the pin on their attire.
Ah. As he sees the pin on your lapel or your shirt.
oh, I see. You might be of great help. A parlever, as it should be, is something that I am well pronounced in. Would you be allies to the great King Gullop the 19th, or are you foes in disguise?
We're not foes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. Allies, then, you find yourselves to be.
Yes, of course.
Well, then let it be said that you are now members of the Soggy Court. Welcome, newest members. As newly appointed courtesans to the Soggy Court, I have a new job for you. I would like for you to be first outfitted with the proper attire. And once you are appropriately garbed, I have a small mission as an emissary for the Soggy Court for you to do. And he kind of motions you across the way, like to get dressed. He calls one of his retainers and says, take them to get appropriately attired, if you would. And you watch as one of the guards like nods his head. Of course, great King Gulub the 19th, it is my shut your mouth and just take him. And with that, the guard guides you guys. I'm gonna gather you all up again because it's easier for me to just do this. Boop. To here. All right. We're gonna take you guys. Yeah, through here. All right, you're guided around to this area. Move this guy. Excellent. All right.
Now, alas, I can see nothing.
Oh no.
The
Let me
world's
see if I
gone
can-
dark.
Everybody's dark now.
No,
I'm not.
I can see.
I can see.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see.
let me fix Sir Hickory Turnip. Oh, you should be able to see, buddy. I moved your tokens, so you may be in the same spot.
Oh, I can see a little bubble. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's read about this section where you are. So, this ramshackle hall is built around a big tree. Two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls like enormous welcoming arms. The interior of the hall is roomy with an open floor plan that allows occupants of the upper story to look out over the lower one. Bullywug courtiers crowd into the space, filling it with their guttural croaks. Their clothing is faded and stained with mud. As you are brought in, the knight says, "They was told to make presentable so that they could be emissaries, make them look good." And several of the courtiers start gathering these faded garments, and you're not so much dressed as they're just kind of draped over you. It is patchwork frayed garments. You are barely wearing them. By the way, if you all will check your journal, there is a new image that I added for you guys. Welcome, JT. Eventually, you're all escorted back to the Soggy Court. Excuse me. Where you are presented with your new garb to King Gullup the 19th. And once again, I'm just gonna gather you guys up and just move you back over. Nothing major.
Does it kind of look like we're the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal?
Oh, absolutely. You guys look ridiculous, but it's like in all the best ways.
Awesome.
As you are brought back over, let me find that again. There we go. As you're brought back over, he says, "Now that y'all done been dressed appropriately, let me explain what it is you are to do. I borrowed this here little book." And you see that book that he had in his hands. But Ah, it isn't proper of the court to directly engage with royalty of another situation. So I am appointing you, my now by duly appointed emissaries, I'm appointing you, after you have been appointed, to take the book back to Bavlorna and tell her thank you from me and the court here in the Soggy Court. Thank you. That's exactly what I need you to do.
Thank you for pointing out the appointment of the
Oh,
appointment.
it is the least that I could do, and I surely do appreciate your discretion in this, even though you're not really being discreet. I mean, you are returning the book back to her. But anyway, I would surely appreciate it if you could take care of this toot sweet.
Right. Add that to the list.
Y'all have any questions concerning this?
Yes, maybe like. Well, you see, in this soggy court, you were not that pleased with seeing us show up all of a sudden. What about the others? Is there any sort of seal or letter, anything we can have upon us that would not surprise the next court of royalty?
He looks you up and down and says, "That is precisely why we had you dress in the appropriate attire to make it be known to everybody that you are part of the Soggy Court."
Alrighty. Anything else?
What do we get out of doing this for you?
My appreciation?
No.
And I let you get out alive.
It's fine.
It's okay, Sticks. Good and pass. That sounds wonderful. I sure
Yeah.
like living.
I find it to be something that I myself enjoy on a regular basis. So I would like to just thank all of you from the court here, the Soggy Court, of which you are appointed emissaries. We would like to thank you for all that you have done for us this day. Now, with that being said, my accompaniment here, they're gonna take you to the stairways what will lead you up to Bavlorna. How that sound? Okay then. Thank you very much for your participation in this here uh emissarial duty.
Bye bye.
So keep that in. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Here's the book. Don't forget it. Bye bye now. Don't wear that brooch, please. Bye bye. He's like shooing you away towards a skiff. One of the guards like steps down into it and takes a stick. As you are leaving, who is the last person in the party?
Probably Jay.
All right, Jay. As you are leaving the Soggy Court, this gazebo that's sunken into the ground, one of the courtiers in his area pushes a wine goblet in your hand.
Oh,
As you look down inside of it, though, you do not see drink. Instead, you see a scrap of parchment.
thank you very kindly. Picking up on the cue, I kind of take it discreetly and follow the party.
All right. As you get out onto the boat, the skiff, you are paddled, rowed, moved. Let me grab just the party again.
I would like to show it to everybody before we get too
Okay.
far.
I'm just going to move you all one by one. This music is so fun. All right. Out into the middle of the water you go. Rowed out to a small wharf. You can see that you lose the building above you in this fog bank, and you can see the stairs that wind around and up into it also disappear into the fog far above you. You hold open the note, Jay, and it is written in what language do you speak?
That is a good question. Let me look. I speak Common, Halfling, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. No language that you recognize.
Guys, can somebody read this note? Someone passed it to me as we were leaving.
Sure thing.
Do any of you read Sylvan?
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is written in Sylvan.
I think there are quite a few of us that can understand
Okay.
Sylvan in this.
Yeah.
Looking at the note, it says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump at once. The revolution lives." I will put that in our chat so that you guys see that
Thank
in
you.
our Discord. The knight that rode you over here croaks, "You follow them stairs, you'll go right up to her lair. Good luck." And with that, he quickly pushes off and starts to head back towards where he was from. As you look up this winding staircase that kind of curves back on itself, it's a wooden ramp that goes up to a landing, stops, goes back to the left and up, and so forth and so on. As you look at this with thoughts of another revolution, a job as an emissary heading into the mouth of Bev Lorna's lair, that is where we're going to actually call it this evening. Sorry for the shorter episode this evening. I am just beat. I moved all weekend, and so I'm just so tired. But I do want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us. I hope you guys had a good time. Don't forget to check out the merch store and join the Discord if you're here watching and you haven't. Please do so. We're looking for ideas for other things that you might want merchandise-wise. We'd love to have you. We share ideas. We talk about games. You might even be able to find a game to join. With that being said, thanks to everybody, all my players and all the watchers this evening. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Don't forget that we will have a Remnant Shadows tomorrow, which is Star Wars. And then on Wednesday, we do have False Skull Night, so come check those out. In the meantime, we will raid someone. I will let someone pick that one. Probably Victor 7 or Vorpal Tales. Let's do Vorpal Tales. We haven't done them in a while. But stick around for the raid. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
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 Have a good night.
See ya.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed his mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its lair? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it anywhere? Well, here's the answer to your call. We're gonna die a bear. Adventuring company. Rah.